Well, good afternoon, and welcome back. I hope the snow that fell last night did not interrupt your commute to anywhere. I was coming home from a friend's place, and it did get a little slippery in some spots. Anyway, let's dive back into our 500 millibar charts. It's upper atmosphere, and we do again have that secondary trough still kind of pushing its way down, getting in that jet streak right there. So there's going to be some pretty powerful winds aloft, higher up. And that's taken place this afternoon into this evening and into the new year as we head through morning tomorrow. And for the rest of the period, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and into Friday, it looks much of the same. We just are in a pretty stable northwest flow pattern. And, excuse me, what that means is that we're going to have some calm periods, but there may be some small disturbances that ride down this pattern every so often. And when those small disturbances come down, that's when we get our precipitation. Now we're coming back a little bit closer to the surface, and it kind of does look like we have another little small disturbance in there right now that may come across our area this afternoon into this evening. Maybe looks like we have another disturbance here in the mid-lower levels. Although that one looks like it may be more to our south. Oh yeah, I was so laser focused on our area, I just noticed that it's a lot more clear down in Oklahoma and Texas. There's definitely a little bit of a trough there. Smaller, but I think the influences of that are definitely going to stay to our south. And that whole feature takes place tomorrow. It kind of starts developing tomorrow morning and lasts through tomorrow afternoon and into Friday. Whereas up towards our area, it looks much of the same. Maybe we do get a little bit of a glancing blow from the top part of this little disturbance kind of right in here, but it looks like it kind of fades out before it really moves into our area. So we'll just have to see what the precipitation looks like. Taking a look at our surface map, we do again see that current disturbance, like right stuck in here, pushes through, and a lot of cold air behind it. It definitely gets cold behind. Maybe a little something right in here. This is tomorrow evening. Maybe right in here. But it looks pretty stable. The surface pattern actually looks really stable in our area tomorrow evening and into Friday morning. Like nothing really changes much, which is really interesting. Well, now let's take a look at our temperatures, highs and lows. For today, it looks like we may warm kind of to the upper 20s. I mean, we are in the upper 20s right now, but it looks like that's going to be the peak. Probably in about an hour is going to be when we see our high, and then it just gets cold. In fact, it's going to continue to get cold as we head into tomorrow morning. It looks like the coldest period is going to be around 7 a.m. tomorrow, where the actual temperature looks like it may dip, excuse me, below 10 degrees, so single digits. And it's only going to warm back into the upper teens, so below 20 still. And then it looks like overnight, or that evening and into tomorrow evening into the overnight, looks like it's going to be coldest right around 8 or 9 p.m. And we're going to be pretty much right around that 15-degree mark, it looks like there, for the lows. Yep. While I'm thinking about it, let's take a look at wind, because, if it's cold and not windy, that's one thing, but if it's cold and windy, that's another. Tonight, it looks like sustained winds are probably going to be around the 10 to 15 mile per hour range, probably closer to 10. And tomorrow morning, it looks like sustained winds are not going to be that bad, maybe around 10 miles per hour at most. And Friday and tomorrow night into Friday morning, it looks really calm. Now let's take a look at wind gusts. Okay, that's different. So today, this afternoon and this evening, it looks like we're gonna have wind gusts around 30 miles per hour. Then as we head into the overnight hours, it kind of calms down. In the morning tomorrow, though, morning to afternoon, it looks like we still have gusts around the 20-mile-per-hour mark, and that kind of hangs around for the rest of the afternoon into the evening there. Before that, it kind of hangs around that 15 to 20-mile-an-hour mark for gust. So the wind chills, while it's cold, should not be super crazy, but when you have temperatures in the single digits, a good 20-mile-an-hour gust is probably going to drop the wind chill below zero. So just something to keep in mind of. We're not looking at, negative 20 wind chills or anything, but the wind chills, it could get just windy enough to put a negative sign in front of those single digits. Now we're getting to precipitation. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I had to take a call. So now we'll take a look at the precipitation. And it looks like in just a couple hours, we are going to see some snow start to build in with that little disturbance there. And it looks like the worst of it is going to miss our area. Looks like it's going to be worst kind of in far southwestern Michigan there. And it doesn't look like it'll last long. Of course, there's still lake effect from the northwest flow, but it does not look like major lake effect. And other than the precipitation in the next, this afternoon into this evening, it looks like it's going to be, a whole lot of nothing for our area in particular for the rest of the period. I believe that is all I have, but let's just check the snow accumulations first. 24-hour snowfall. Yeah, it looks like we're looking at maybe just around an inch. We're kind of just outside that 1 inch mark. Let's see what the weather service says. And sure enough, that's pretty much exactly what they say. Just around an inch here in the Lansing area. So maybe we get another inch of snow today, but other than that, excuse me, precipitation looks clear for at least tomorrow and into Friday morning. Thank you all for watching, and see you in 2026.